Good morning, good afternoon and good night, depending on where you're watching the world. Today, we're talking about Blackpool. Don't forget to hashtag it wrong team. Right, I've got because I'm such a professional in the background, 2 Blackpool shirts up, plenty of blue tack, sellotape and all that. I'm leaning my phone on a load of boxes like Sabutio, Monopoly and all that. Anyway, today we're talking about Blackpool, my football team. Season starts next Saturday. Going to give my thoughts on the mighty pool. Now, first of all, I'm just going to show off this shirt. Ricardo Fuller on back. A few years back there. It's not seen this in time. Ricardo Fuller. I bought this after this rainbow flick moment.
I've been doing that since Jamaica under 12, Jamaica under 17.
You don't often see a rainbow flick live, let me tell you that. Lovely stuff. Now, bit of history about the mighty pool. 2009-10 season, we were promoted to the Premier League. Came back down after losing to Man United on the final day of the season.
United, nice one.
Over it. And then we slowly began to decline. We went up, straight back down, and then we got in the playoffs. The season lost in the final of the playoffs to West Ham that season. Ricardo Vazquez, 89th minute winner. Lovely stuff. Another sad day. Now, Blackpool have been falling and falling over time as due to the Oysters, who are no longer the owners. We'll get to that. But basically, they weren't putting any money into the club at all. They were just keeping it for themselves. We didn't even barely spend anything in the Prem. The season after, nothing. We just weren't getting any money at all pumped into the club. We were just falling and falling and falling. We fell to League Two. Fans stopped going. Fans started boycotting. You know, just to anything they could do just to try and get them out. And then eventually, 2017, the Oysters then found themselves in a High Court judgment for the illegitimate stripping of Blackpool FC. They basically were taking, they took 27 mil out, I think, and popped it into their own businesses and that. And eventually it led on to the Oysters stepping down, thankfully, and all their assets were put up for sale, the club and everything. And then we find ourselves modern day with a new owner, Simon Sadler, who's been absolutely fantastic. Like this transfer window, he's absolutely splashed the cash. You know, he's done brilliant for the club, opening up new community centre and everything. He's been brilliant so far, and I'm hoping this season we get promotion because of it. But basically, Blackpool fell to League Two, no fans at all or anything. Got promoted to League One through the playoffs, still no fans or anything. We had there were 4,000 there at Wembley because no one wanted to go because of the Oysters and that, obviously. And finally, yeah, when Oyster was down, new owner in, we had the homecoming day where all the fans were one of the best days in the club's history, probably the best, well, other than the Premier League. All the fans returned for the homecoming. The stadium was sold out, 17,000 there. The atmosphere throughout the game, it was 2-2 with Bristol Rovers, and even in the last minute, just because of the passion, the emotion, we got a last minute equaliser, just drawing it. The game didn't mean anything in particular, but fans were flooding on the pitch, you know. It was just a fantastic day for the fans being back and everything, and a really, really good day. And ever since then, you know, we had Simon Grayson in charge last season. You know, the owner backed him. We bought Joe Nuttall for 750 grand, and we haven't spent cash like that in years. You know, straight off the bat, the owner coming in and spending the cash. We didn't play fantastic football throughout the season. We started it very well, looking positive, but as the season went on, we became a bit too predictable, like Feeney looking to whip it into Naniele all the time. And now this season, well, the end of last season, we got our new manager, Neil Critchley, after Grayson was sacked. And since Critchley's come in, he's looking like he wants to play different kind of football. He wants to, Blackpool are known in the Premier League for playing really good football, and it looks like Critchley wants to play good football. He was he was the under-21s manager at Liverpool, under-23s, whatever, and obviously he's known for working well with youth and that. So he's brought in loads of players this transfer window, and that gets us on to how I think this season's going to go and my expectations under the new boss, Neil Critchley. Now, on to this season. Last season, Armin Naniele, big 6'5" fella, he was our main man, well, the man you looked for scoring goals, basically, and Neil Critchley didn't want him. He's gone now to the second division of Turkey. I hope he does well there. You know, was a big Nanyale fan, but it just doesn't fit the kind of football, the system he wants to play. With Nanyale up front, you've got to be whipping it in constantly, and it looks like this season I want to keep it on the ground. I'm just going to go through the signings. I've literally looking at the phone for them to remember every single one of them, because we've generally brought in like a new squad pretty much. Oliver Zarkic from Burton Albion, we've not seen too much of him. For what he said, he looks decent player. It looks like he's not going to start. He's on backup duty. Dimitri Mitchell, left back from Man United, who just got confirmed. He played a couple of friendlies for us. Apparently Sunderland wanted him. So, you know, that is very promising. A big club like Sunderland wanted him. Alex Wojciech, I think he was a Man United under-23's keeper. He's just on backup duty because Chris Maxwell, our keeper, is our captain, so we're not going to drop him. Jordan Williams from Rochdale, defensive midfielder. He came on against Liverpool yesterday. The scoreline against Liverpool yesterday don't really mean out. First half, we were winning 2-1. We were playing really well. We had our strongest team out. CJ Hamilton, I'll get on into a minute, but what a goal. He looks absolutely rapid, and the finish against Allison as well. Yeah, they ended up battering us, but like we started taking off our main players and rotating anyway. So our first team looks fantastic. Our backup and second team, nowhere near really. Ethan Robson, fantastic CDM for me. The way he passes the ball, the technique and everything, I think he looks absolutely brilliant. I think he's a quality player from what I've seen so far. Definitely have him in that CDM position all season. He starts for me any day of the week. Keshie Anderson, one of the big signings we heard about, got him early on. Had a fantastic season with Swindon last year. Of what I've seen so far, a very strong midfielder, can drive, can play a ball. You know, this is a great assist that he played when we played Everton.
Got by Keshie Anderson, he plays it to Sully Kai. Kai plays it back to Anderson. Oh, it's a fine ball inside the penalty area. There's a chance here.
Great assist.
Success!
Great success. We've got Marvin Petter, the 6'5" centre-back from Leyton Orient. I don't need to say out about him. All I need to say is he's in the Avengers movie, right, at the cinema, and he's like having a little chat, you know, just a little chat here and there. He goes, yeah, what do you think of the film? Someone turns around and goes, shh, shut your mouth. But he dislocates their arm. It's true story. Dislocated someone's arm. I don't even know if it's the Avengers movie, but we're going to say he dislocated someone's arm in the Avengers movie. That's why we signed him, pretty much. And he looks like a beast, to be honest with you. I wouldn't want to mess with him. Bez Lubala, winger from Crawley, reported 500 grand this signing. Spending that dough. Yeah, don't really know too much about him, but I've heard he's a good player. I think he's a winger. Not seen him yet, but I'm sure he will feature throughout the 46-game season. CJ Hamilton, so far, he genuinely looks absolutely rapid, right? Against Everton, had Digne in his pocket. Against Liverpool, had Milner in his pocket. He's looking fantastic. The pace he has, like, you just play it in behind, he'll get to it. He'll find the way, and this is his goal he scored yesterday as well.
And Hamilton has the opportunity to run away at goal. He has...
You know, fantastic show of pace, and even the finish against Allison and everything, he looks really promising for the season. Jerry Yates, he's brought in, he's now the number 9, the new striker. I think he's brought in for like 500 grand again from Rotherham. He's only scored 2 penalties pre-season. He looks like he's good at holding the ball up. Not seen too much of him yet, though. I'm hoping that he has a good season. I think he will. I think as soon as he starts banging them in, he'll score for fun. Dan Kemp came on, loaned in from West Ham, right winger. Didn't do too much. Don't know too much about him, but yeah. Dan Kemp. Cameron Attway, under-18s central midfielder. He's been called up. I just listed as a signing on here, but in pre-season, looked really good. And Ben Garrett, oh, they're players. Ben Garrett, Joe Nuttall, Yusuf, McDonald, Hardy, and says Yusuf again, have all gone out on loan. Yeah, they've all gone out. So anyway, to finish off, to talk about this season. Now, my prediction is Blackpool are known for if they go up. Obviously, the amount of money we spent, the way we've been looking pre-season. Like, I know, first half against Everton, I know these Premier League sides are just taking it easy, but first half against Everton, absolutely played them off the park. First half against Liverpool, we didn't play them off the park, but we bloody held our own. It was Salamane, Firmino and that up front. They had bloody Fabinho, Keita, midfield and all that. And yes, they were in the second gear, but the first half we looked really promising with our strongest 11 out there. against them. My predictions, we normally go up like through the playoffs, but my predictions we're going to finish second this season. I really do. I'd go first, but I just think we'll get runners up, and I genuinely think we'll have an automatic promotion this season. That is my prediction. Obviously, in League One, you've got Sunderland, always like, yeah, in recent years they've always done awful, but you always got to, because they're such a big club, like, it's so hard to predict League One. You don't have a clue who's going to be good. Wycombe last season, I thought Wycombe would go down, to be honest with you. I didn't think there'd be a team going up to the Championship. So you've got teams like Sunderland, Portsmouth, Charlton have just come down. I thought Wigan would be good, but apparently they've lost all the team pretty much, and they've just lost to Fleetwood yesterday in a friendly. You know, you've got clubs like that. Hull have come down. It's going to be a tough season. There's a lot of big teams in there, but my prediction is we're going to go up automatically second place. Now, I'll just say thanks very much. If you enjoyed that video, leave a like. Let us know if you want more of me talking about Blackpool. If you don't, let me know as well. Fair enough. Have a good one.